Intelligent, insightful, smart. These are words other podcasts use to describe themselves, not us. This is Fairly Harmless, where missing the point is only the beginning. With musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns. East Coast Funk. Please enjoy Andrew and James.
Welcome to Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm John.
Welcome, John.
Thanks, guys.
On the two ones ago with Odessa about when you talked to somebody who said he had heard the podcast and you knew he didn't.
Oh, right. I was at the place where I was, what do I do?
Were you
with
at
that
the Illuminati
place?
meeting?
No, the place where I was changing tires. I go up the street to change tires about twice a week right now.
So I'm gonna have to inform you on references. He was at his
local gym,
and he first told me that. I said, "What the fuck are you doing there?"
Changing tires.
Changing tires? Because I know you can't be working out.
Right.
And it turns out he's working out.
I was working out. I was drinking
right.
my milk. You know,
Drinking your milk.
remember that commercial from the 80s where the kids
Got milk?
he's like got milk and he's like getting beat up by that bully and he's like, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna drink milk, and then he like goes back and like they don't actually show you the kid beating him up, but
Like Bad Santa?
no.
It's a great movie. Speaking of tangents, have you seen Bad Santa?
No, I haven't. I've looked at it and considered it, but I never watched it.
Billy Bob Thornton is great in that movie.
He introduced me to it last Christmas.
Right. That was
great.
That was your Christmas movie surprise.
It was it sounded stupid just based on the name. And I gotta say, James introduced me to something quite a few times. So yet again.
like The Stranger.
Not The Stranger. He hasn't. The Stranger, please, James.
So The Stranger, John, and this is just one of our main tenets in this podcast that we do is we talk about really obscure sexual stuff every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the driver of that, right? So Andrew is a big fan of fleshlights,
I
and
am not. It's a lie.
I don't even know what a fleshlight is.
well, it's like a flashlight, but it's something where you put your thing, your Johnson,
Okay.
and you take care of business, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's something you
Goes
hold
up and down.
right.
Okay. Got it.
Or well, it doesn't. You from what I understand,
You make
Andrew,
it.
from what you've told
make
me.
it. You make it. Right.
Anyhow, when you're taking care of business,
Uh-huh.
if you want to have a visit from the stranger, you sit on your hand that you don't normally work with and wait for it to go numb, and then you take care of business. That's the stranger.
Oh, that's
Disturbing.
That's-
I think is the word
that's
you're looking.
great. I can't wait to tell my family that one.
Got
What did you guys
something new
talk about on that podcast?
Well,
Oh, they got this great concept I never even considered. It's called The Stranger.
It's
I can't believe it hasn't swept the nation.
it's swept some nations.
I had heard of it. I think before. Yeah, I'd heard of it before you brought it up. I
don't know who told me
I
about
never
it, but
tried it.
I blocked out whoever told me. I was drinking my milk.
Drinking your milk. That's great.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I already made plans for Father's Day to watch another Billy Bob Thornton movie that I love, Sling Blade.
Oh,
I don't know that one.
I have never seen that.
Okay, well, I promise to watch Bad Santa if you guys promise to watch Sling Blade.
Okay. That's a deal. That's a deal.
This is a John recommendation.
No, it's a super highly recommended movie from my archive.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Top 20 of all time.
In addition to the production notes, it's also We're All About Laughing and what is it, James? Emotional growth?
Yes.
Personal growth? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you clearly got
Oh, I've got things.
You got the printer working.
I got the printer working at the house.
Yes.
I've been without a printer for, I don't know, a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I bought a new printer because the last one got struck by lightning. So remember, kids, hook your electronics up to surge protectors.
Oh, really?
Don't plug them right into the wall.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That happened to me. Fried my television and my cable box
Yeah.
from Kansas.
Was it obvious what had happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine, there was no surge protector. It was just plugged right into the wall. So
Oh my god!
there goes a $199 printer out the door.
Out the wazoo.
Out the wazoo.
Yeah, $199 for the printer, and then the toner ends
toner
up costing like
4
10
times
times.
as
Well,
much.
the printer was only $30. The toner was $160,
$150 toner.
$165.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they really should rob you blind on the toner.
It was AI printer, toner, AI toner.
Yeah, how do you feel about the AI, John? How has the AI permeated your life yet?
No, I mean I've gone down rabbit holes where I've imagined what's going to happen.
Okay.
I went down a paranoid rabbit hole. Like just really trying to examine whether I thought it was going to, take over and want to kill all of us. Like, I think the concept, in Terminator is, makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer that we are within the last, this show will probably take off in the last week of humanity.
Oh, so hopefully that means you're going to take a few weeks to process the show.
Right. Not this show, but the podcast in general.
Right.
Okay.
The podcast itself.
We
right?
will hit our stride right in the last maybe 3 weeks of humanity, and then that'll be it.
Right. We're gonna get booked on Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. And then the robots will come.
Right.
And then we won't be able to get our time in the spotlight.
Yeah. So with AI, I think there's the essence of humanity for me is that we're just animals that know we're going to die, and so it just drives us crazy. That's what we're all about. And to try and create an AI program, you'd have to make something that's crazy like we are, that has this life force built into it like animals do. And then all of a sudden it becomes sentient and knows it's going to die, and then starts freaking out and, doing stuff like buying fleshlights. And, I'm tired of thinking about the end of the world. I'm going to stick my dick in this flashlight like thing called a fleshlight.
And then it's going to eat my dick off. That's going to suck.
Yeah, and then it turns out
I'm going to wish for the end.
Yeah, and it turns out AI is not going to kill us, and now I'm here without a dick.
Right, I'm like John Bobbitt, but I did it to myself for pleasure. The goal was pleasure. God damn it!
I thought it was a fleshlight, but it turned out it was an incinerator.
Stuck my dick in an incinerator last week.
Incinerator.
That's good.
Yeah. So the AI is going to get us.
Yeah. How about? Are you guys? So you're worried about AI taking over? Are you worried about it?
I think it's inevitable. Why worry about it? It's coming.
Yeah. Kind of like a plane with no propellers, like they fell off.
It's jet.
Mm-hmm.
Those are jets.
Those are jets. That's what makes the airplane
The horseless
fly.
carriage. Those are
carriage.
cars.
Right. Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Do you know our friend Schwa?
That's all I've got to say about that.
I don't know how I heard about it. Would you tell me?
He went to a Bigfoot festival.
Convention, festival.
Up in Marion, North Carolina a couple of weeks ago, where they had 80,000 people show up to look for Bigfoot.
And it's they're not just people that think it's cute, right? They're like they really
most of them are probably the
right?
diehards.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those people do, I think, but I think many of them are, I've had sex with Bigfoot. He is not as big as you might think, at least downstairs.
It didn't feel like the stranger.
Didn't feel like the stranger. He's very hairy. He's not as hairy as you'd think.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't pronounce things properly because
the ways that bother me.
Andrew's mom was a fucking fucking
English teacher
and a survivor of World War II.
Wasn't a guard.
It wasn't a guard. No.
Yeah. So my friends came over to my house, and I had a picture of my mother on the wall. Schwa said, "Who is that Holocaust survivor that you have on your wall?" And I said, "That's my mother." And so now all my friends have been joking about it. And
Joke.
It's lighthearted.
yeah, and your father said that she was a prison camp guard. It's not true.
Not true.
But she was a child. She never made it to Germany, I don't think, during World War II.
Yep. Just wanted to clear that up 29, 30 episodes in.
Yeah. So what is what have you
Chat
and
GPT, I
gypped?
I put the GPT on the case today and wanted to, because normally Andrew, because he is the idea man, I am the technical know-how.
Mhm.
But I figured I'd use my technical know-how to use the new and improved Chat GPT for help and see if we could come up with something that would maybe guide us in a funny way.
So you put in some keywords.
Put
and
in
it
some
came back with some
prompts.
questions.
What we got is John or Andrew, whoever wants to buzz in first. If you had to replace your hands with something other than hands, what would you choose and why?
Do they have to be both the same, or can they be different?
No, they could be different.
If I did,
Would butter be one of them? Would you replace your hand with butter?
Just so you could have a lick of butter whenever you wanted to.
Yeah.
why wouldn't I-
It would be a permanent butter stick.
Why wouldn't-
You wouldn't have to worry about your hand disappearing. You would always have infinite butter.
So if you're gonna have butter in one hand, you could have the other hand be one of those like yellow corn on the cob double
Ooh.
prong things,
Ooh, yeah. You could eat corn all the time, deliciously.
and they'd say that guy loves corn on the cob.
What if you hated it though? What kind of fucking curse would that be? Where you have butter and the prongs, and yet you fucking hate corn.
You're allergic to corn.
You're allergic to corn. What a fucking ending! That'd be like some fucking 1960s Twilight Zone.
Twilight
shit.
Zone. That's right.
Or you had your eyes constantly itched,
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was
constantly
disturbing.
stabbing yourself with the one and then rubbing butter in your eye.
Oh my god! What a horrible fucking life.
It's like that poor guy.
That and then
You must really like corn. Fucking hate it.
can't stand
Yeah, why did you pick it? Why did you? You could have picked anything, dude.
I don't think I'd have butter and corn. I mean, I could see corn, but I'm not butter.
What sausage?
I'm definitely sausage over.
Now imagine if you could eat your hand. It was a sausage, an everlasting, much like in Willy Wonka. They made the everlasting gobstopper.
Willy Wonka was disturbing and fucked up.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be, right?
great
Oh, was
fucking
it?
movie. Yeah,
Okay. Wait a minute. Great fucking movie.
yeah.
Disturbing and fucked up. Great fucking. So you think the same thing about Clockwork Orange? I mean,
It didn't have quite the humorous twists that Willy Wonka had, but
did you see Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
yeah,
Disturbing,
Yeah, it
hilarious.
was disturbing. Yeah.
yeah. It didn't have to. Gene Wilder brought a certain amount of
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder, fucking Willy Wonka.
Oh, I thought he wasn't
No,
in
in the Clockwork Orange.
He wasn't in Clockwork Orange.
you know-
What are you talking about, you moron?
Stanley Kubrick was always loved working with Gene Wilder.
They did Clockwork Orange, and then he did The Silver Streak, him and Richard Pryor. I didn't know he was even in Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
I can't picture him.
Yeah, fucking 2001 with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Do you remember?
Open the pod bay doors, Richard.
So let's say, like you had you had sausage on one hand, then
Sausage.
everlasting sausage that you
What
could.
kind of sauce? You just like really like little smokies? What do you have?
I'm imagining a
Big.
fucking Hillshire Farms fucking beef stick.
Hillshire Farms.
Fucking
Hillshire Farms.
Beef
remembers?
jerky.
beef jerky.
Beef
yeah.
jerky.
And you could just gnaw on that thing all day long. And you'd be a cannibalist. You'd be eating yourself, but you'd never go hungry.
Can I get a taste of you, James? I love sausage.
So
Sorry.
your hands are missing, and you have to replace them with something, right?
Right.
It's not like you're saying, "Hey, what would you rather?" replace
Right.
them? Yeah. Right.
Ah, so it wasn't a would you rather.
That's like, yeah, shit. I'm always hungry. I wish I could replace my hands with sausages.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's just something you got to think about, you know?
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. Yep. And
But I mean, yeah, you shouldn't eat sausage
no,
for more than
maybe
maybe a couple meals a week.
Maybe max.
Max.
I would somehow become fatter than I am.
If you have an erection for more than 4 hours, stop eating sausage.
Stop eating yourself.
Yeah, right. Stop.
Get a fleshlight.
Yeah. Put
Take
away
care of business. Get the stranger on the case. I mean,
You know,
one of the services that we were going to offer, Max Bubbles was going to start offering was the service of if you had an adversary and you wanted to remain anonymous, our services would hire somebody, kind of like a gig job,
Right.
and approach that person at a certain time and day, kind of like in Back to the Future Part 2, where he arrives with the Western Union guy. I don't know if that resonates with you, John.
No, I don't remember that.
Anyhow, this service, you'd hire a
You
person.
want to tell your boss who is a dick,
fuck you, but you don't want to do it
because you don't want to get fired.
and you want to remain anonymous. So you hire through this service, you hire, and they hire a guy, and that guy approaches your boss and says, "Hey, Mister," or "Hey, Joe Smith, you're a fucking asshole," and then walks away.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Could you hire them to like maybe take a dog turd and like smear it underneath their car?
Oh, sure.
handles?
We have many, many.
That's a great. You know what? That's going to go in. That's going to be one of the options.
That is definitely maybe
And
one
then
of the
film it when the guy
upgrades.
goes there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know-
upgrades like do you want
Add-on packages.
Yeah, that's $5. Do you want a
Upsell.
Upsell. That's the upsell.
That's the
you want a
upsell.
turd smear?
The turd smear.
upgrade?
If you wanted
Sounds
video,
special this month.
that's another upsell. So
Yeah, I'm
and
glad
then
we were there.
if you wanted to really get some traction, you could have your own YouTube channel and just post it on there. Get a million hits.
I think we'll need a YouTube channel for that.
I think so. I think
I would watch. I'd watch that if there's people filming turd smears or something like that, like a little mini
We
revenge.
probably
thing.
really do need to do that.
Well, I mean, we'd need a lot of insurance.
Have you guys ever heard of the Confederate Air Force?
No.
So this
No.
is
is this happening now? This thing?
this is a real thing.
This is real. So that we're not in the land of
This
fantasy.
is not this is not the world you want to live in.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad.
The Confederate Air, I think they may not be called the Confederate Air Force, but there are people who have refurbished and maintain World War II era aircraft.
Okay.
And you can,
Why would it be Confederate though?
I don't know why it's Confederate.
Okay, so it's not like the 1800s and the Civil War in America.
I don't think there was much flying going on then, but no.
Touche.
The steam powered plane, it just didn't take off.
It was a little heavy for its time. A little heavy
time.
time. Steamboat, yes. Steam plane, no. The steam plane.
You know what? That's something we can work on. A steam plane.
We can work on the steam plane.
Right.
Maybe that's the solution to our energy woes is the steam plane.
Steam plane.
Yeah. That'll be. Why have a battery powered plane when you can have a steam engine plane?
That's right.
Just keep shoveling into that coal.
It worked for Eli Whitney. Why couldn't it work for us?
Right.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm John.
And this has been Fairly Harmless. Missing the point was only the beginning. Once again, this has been Fairly Harmless. Missing the point on... Wait, what's the point? Fairly Harmless is available on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, and Pocket Casts. Our musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Their music is available for streaming and purchase on most media platforms. For Fairly Harmless, this has been your announcer, Fast Eddie. See you soon.